Hello there and welcome back to Let's Play Two Worlds 2. I am the RNGenius, but you may call me Eric, and in the last episode we explored a good part of the swamp. We got a golden necklace here for Zamaria. We explored this area up here. This is the tower ruins. Oh, these are just locations that it marks with these green quest markers I'm used to. And down there it marks them with crosses. This is a very odd area. This is a very, very odd area. Well, we got this golden necklace for this widow up here. And we also found this old crypt place in the catacombs. Right here, we broke and entered and then left. And right now we are to hunt this witch that's living in this dope-ass... man, this would be a great thumbnail, wouldn't it? Well, I wonder about that sometimes. She's living in a treehouse, and... let's see. Thank you.
Have you lost your way? There are better places to die than Gandohar's swamp.
I know who you are. Don't think this absolves you.
Is that what brought you here? To slay the witch? I suppose I look the part. But I am not your quarry. If you intend to destroy the evil corrupting this swamp, you've come to the wrong place. My name is Nalia.
Don't lie to me, witch. I don't give a damn what your name is.
You must think me so evil for the lies Gandohar's told. I was a resident of Tyrant before it was destroyed. I lived and loved there. If you're going to pass judgment, shouldn't you hear all sides of the story?
Go on. Speak your piece.
I assure you, I'm as human as the next woman. Born and raised here, as I've said. I've always wanted to be a healer, or white mage. An herbalist, you might say. I received some training before the disaster struck. Now, I live my life in solitude, beholden to the protection of Tyrgil's people. You don't know what suffering is, boy, until you watch your dreams die.
So, you didn't cause the curse?
Heavens, no. I spend every waking hour trying to fight it. As you can see, after all these years, it's left me utterly drained.
You're telling me you don't control these creatures?
No. I try to help those they attack. I'm often too late. Does that answer your question?
Am I supposed to thank you?
If you wish. I take my gratitude from knowing you've listened to me. Most men would rather die than turn an honest ear to someone they hate.
If you're not a witch, where do you get your power?
White magic, or the powers of healing and natural remedy. I have some training, particularly in herbal uses.
Why are you out here? Don't you see how suspicious that looks?
I don't care how it looks. It's necessary. The work I do must be done remotely. By now the people's minds have been so poisoned against me they would never allow me back in their midst.
You're telling me you weren't at all responsible?
Gods, no! If you must know, I will tell you. I once loved a mage who arrived here from abroad. When my love found our village and could not leave, he dedicated himself to dissolving the barrier, insisting he could break the seal if only he could find its source. He faced much ridicule, and his ambitions would have likely died without my support. But I was young and curious, and thus gave my help willingly. Would that I had not been such a fool.
What happened?
He left a letter on my windowsill, saying he'd discovered a way to lift the barrier, that he wanted us to leave together. And who could argue with that? Not me. I was in love.
But he was wrong.
Evidently. The next thing I knew, the swamps were overrun with walking corpses, and people were being eaten alive. Then the years of darkness fell upon our people, and I never saw him again. The barrier's still up, if you haven't noticed.
He left you to take the blame.
Not at first. It wasn't until after we had all adequate time to mourn our losses, my own being my entire family and the love of my life, that people began asking questions. Naturally. Because of the company I kept, their suspicions fell on me.
Do you miss him?
I suppose. He's just as dead to me as my parents and 2 brothers. But I have the feeling that's only intuition. He is likely still alive. His body was never found, and he was a capable fighter. I'm sure he found a way out. Other than that, most of what I recall of him is likely invention. It has been a long time. Yet, I still admire the risk he took for us. What I do not admire is the way he went about it.
How could you still think fondly of someone who abandoned you?
That is your youth speaking. As you get older, you will realize we must cherish our memories of those who have brought us happiness, not cling to pointless grudges. Besides, I have no idea what happened to him. Further questions about that should be directed to a certain clergyman you may have met in Tyrgil.
Garradell.
When I first met Garradell, he was quite shy. He told me once the gods judge us only by our deeds and nothing else. I would be very pleased to see how they judge him.
This is when I ask you why I should believe you instead of him. Both of you have accused the other of causing this.
I never said he caused anything. But does he look like an honest man to you?
He certainly doesn't sound the
I
part.
think you of all people should know looks can be deceiving.
Well played. But in his case, the deception is more than skin deep. I would confront him myself, but I dare not enter the village. His darkness seeps into the very soil.
He told me he shielded the village with protective magic, that it keeps the undead from entering.
No, that magic is mine. And it's a constant struggle to negate his attempts to overthrow it and enslave the people who live there to his evil. I'm not making this up. As you can see plainly, this task has drained me. Do you need evidence I'm not the witch they say I am? Then go to the sources of my power. It's a garden I've gone to great lengths to keep secret. Only one other knows its location.
Sorry, I picked all the herbs.
Do not
I'm sorry.
endanger him if your paths cross.
I'm so sorry.
Aiden.
We were childhood friends. Aiden is very dear to me. We stopped speaking when we were young because I neglected a love he professed for me which I could not return at the time.
How did Aiden discover the garden?
It's my favorite place. Originally, my beloved and I, not Aiden, the mage, would sit there, and he'd teach me how to draw my power from the living things of the earth. An old technique, but a tested one. After he was gone, I spent most of my time there, until one day Aiden stumbled in, looking for food.
You protect him when he travels the swamps.
I don't see him directly. It would be too embarrassing to show him this face. The age you see is the result of great magical strain, nothing else. I'm much younger than I appear. And if I abandoned my duty to the villagers of Tyrgil, the veil would fall, But to answer your question, yes. I see Aiden safely through the swamps.
I wouldn't worry about him seeing you. The villagers seem to agree that you're the source of their problems. Aiden wears an amulet he believes will protect him from confrontations with you.
I'm sure it's for the best.
Some of the creatures carry them too. Any idea why?
Maybe they're just pretty things that shine. How should I know?
I'm sorry I threatened you, Nelia. What's next?
One thing I can think of that would help. I have no right to ask this of you, but I have no other human contact, and it isn't something I can do myself.
I'm listening.
When those creatures attacked you, I used much of my energy to fight them off. Normally it would slowly regenerate, but white magic isn't meant to be used for violence, and I feel incredibly strained.
You did all that to save me?
Your
You shouldn't
disposition
have.
reminded me of someone from my past. Besides, it was the right thing to do. Isn't that worth dying for? My fear is for the village. Without my protection, it won't be long before the undead make it their sacking ground.
What can I do?
My beloved and I kept a journal. A collection of loose notes, really. They were scattered when my home was destroyed. I recovered what I could back then, but many were lost in the swamp.
Oh no.
Our notes contain many important spells, including a unique restoration spell we designed ourselves.
You really think those pages are still around?
I hope so. The pages were stored in an impregnable tower built just outside my village. It was quite magnificent, really. If you can find the page, I'd be forever grateful.
I'll do my best. Where's the tower?
An old tower near Teocalli. You may have seen it already. Take my journal. I drew a map of the swamp from memory at a time. The location of the tower is marked. I may have missed some pages in my old house as well.
Your journal isn't something you'll need?
Without your help, I won't need much at all, I'm afraid.
Save your strength. I'll return soon.
Locate Nalia's notes in the abandoned tower. What, am I not? You know, dude, it's hard to, I know it's hard to go up steps. I know, I try every time too. Nope. Nope, not working. Okay. How about, okay, great. I need to get in there. Okay, you know, it's time. It's that time. Save it. And let's drink something here. Let's drink something very important, because cure all poisoning. Increased jump height right there. And woo! Woo! Oh. Not possible from that angle. How does this witch even get into her own house? I wonder about that sometimes. Whee! This is fun. I'm not gonna let you tell me anything else, but come on. Oh shit. I need better place I can attack here. Oh, not just floating right there. Come on. It's not lasting forever. Oh! Yeah, we made it inside. I don't think you're supposed to be able to make it inside, but they built an entire staircase in here, so I'd guess. Oh yeah, I'm floating, but okay, this staircase is definitely just ambient. Oh, fuck. Why do you build an entire treehouse and not let me get in, man? It's not cool. I'm a big fan of tree houses. And we're off. That's Nalia, wasn't it? Oh, shit. Jump again. Yeah, no, not that direction. Oh, come on, man. You might say these jumping mechanics aren't exactly meant for... Okay, fine, it wore off. Well, it was worth the try. Nalia, resisting against all kinds of stuff, I'm able to just attack her right there, but I'm not gonna make that decision because I trust her. Because that's pretty much what I expected. And the priest, he sounds like a goddamn robot. He sounds like Google Translator voiced his ass. Only with a male voice, you know, which is rare. Am I...
There always seems to be a few
That's
more
undead?
to kill.
Wait a second. This is... Oh yeah, we are going toward that tower up there. I would like to read through her journal. I would like to read through her journal here. I know you're theoretically not supposed to do that, but still. The Journal of Nalia Alania. Note 514. Last night I dreamed I was levitating, floating over the marshes. Was it a sign? Could this power be real? Who can say? There is no one to teach it to me, that's for certain. But when I woke, I grabbed a piece of charcoal and began sketching a map of the swamp from memory, marking the places I'd witnessed in my dream. It was so lucid. I don't know if this ability is real or merely an invention, but I'm eager to know more. It was beautifully freeing either way. My place, my old hut and garden, the old tower, Tir Kailit, Tir Gial. There's so many dudes. I'd rather not fight these guys, but it's gonna be over in no time. So let's try. I know this is horribly exciting for you, isn't it?
Stay down.
Okay. The first one died, and when the first one dies, the others are gonna fall soon thereafter. Nice. Let us go toward that tower, though. Did these guys respawn or something? Or did I just run past them the last time I went through? Both things are very, very plausible, because I mean, you know what these fights are about. There's a wolf fiend, and there's a bit of falling damage. I like how I don't take falling damage if I jump up 20 meters high and then fall down. But if I stumble over a goddamn stair, I... Oh well. Here's an old journal. What the...
Beautiful.
Aiden, I wish I could be out there, picking flowers.
Actually, I brought you some.
They're beautiful.
I'm glad you like them. How goes the crusade?
Do we have to do this again?
I only want what's best for you.
Then the fact that I'm happy with him should be enough. But it isn't, is it?
No.
I have to go. Thank you for the flowers.
You're... welcome.
What's this?
There is quite a few of these pages scattered around. Outside of here as well. An old journal, an old journal. Like literally all of it is scattered around here. I wouldn't want my journal to be just scattered around. At least with this quest we know where the things are scattered. Is that also a piece? No, that's just a tree. Would be too late if it just, you know, flew into the swamp anyways. Here's another... Here's another... No, that's just water. Okay. What's inside this chest anyways? Natalia's note and regeneration.
There seems to be a few more of you to kill.
Why the... Why? Just why? Why do you need to drop a spider on my ass if I open a singular chest? Please, just give me one plausible reason. Just one. I don't need many. I just need one reason for you to drop a spider on my head. I don't get it. There was no reason, game. None. Zero. Dog, you need to go. You need to go, dog. So I picked up all these notes. Is every single one of those readable? Holy moly. Dear Gandohar, I haven't seen you for a while now and I'm worried about you. Please let me know what's going on. Can't say much for myself other than I'm doing fine and miss you dearly. Love, N. Meliorism of magic. Notes of the beneficial magical properties of selected herbs. According to the findings of Tobias the Thurgist, several herbs possess a distinctive ability not only to heal but also to restore drained thaumaturgic energy. This will be especially useful to those with magical skills. Chief among the herbs bearing these properties are wormwood, to be used by male practitioners of wizardry, and patchouli for its female adepts. Natalia's note: I've planted blah 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 in my own garden. I wanted wormwood as well for my beloved, but never got around to planting it. He says he doesn't need it. Sometimes I forget how powerful my sweet Gandohar is. Your sweet Gandohar, huh? Natalia, my dear, I hate to be brutish about this, but the time has come to say our goodbyes. I don't have the strength to live anymore. I hope that I've led a good life, that I've been a good man. I wonder what you would think. What you would think. What? The thought has haunted me since you passed away, but there's nothing to be done for it. I never told you how I felt about you, but how could you know? The moment I realized it was too late, it was the worst of my life. So much anger and powerlessness. But I saw how happy you were at that major side, and I just couldn't ruin that. I was happy to see you smiling. Your smile shone so brightly. That pleasant light has been sorely missed. Dearest, I'm very close to completing the mixture, the potion we discussed, in case that needed explaining. Just imagine how much we could achieve with it. At the very least, it will give me more time with you. That is more precious to me than gold. Natalia, I'm not in the habit of making apologies, but I must do so for what happened yesterday. I don't know what got into me. I'll understand if you won't see me again, but I'm hoping you'll give me a second chance. There's so much I want to prove to you. You don't know how much you mean to me. How could I be so selfish to demand you never meet with this man again? I wish things could be back to normal with us. We can't let this die. It brings too much happiness to my life. And I cherish you. I know you'll need your time and that I'm the last person you'll want to see right now. So I've told you what I need to say in this letter. Take all the time you need. I'll be waiting. Love, Gaiden. I saw you with your boy again. I've had enough of this. You will tell him to leave you alone. This is disrespectful to me. For you two to be seen together in public, you will stop your meetings at once. Everything has a limit, and so does my patience. This is the last time I will ask. My dearest, the time since you left has been weighing on me like nothing else. It seems like so long since I've seen you. I can't take you off my mind. Your scent, your skin. Look at what you do to me. I'm gushing like a little girl. I miss you, my love. Come home to me. Then we can run off like we've planned to that little cottage in the woods. The one with the fruit orchard in the front yard. Where I can get you alone as often as I want. Love, Natalie. My love, I have the list of ingredients we need. Success! The list is quite long, so no time to waste. I'm leaving for the west as soon as I finish writing this. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. And back by your side before you even notice I'm gone. Until then, remember that you are never far to my thoughts. Goodbye, my love. Well, I can't await the moment we will, show all these pieces of paper to Gandohar himself. Natalia, great news. With Garadil's help the priest in Tyr Gial, we may be able to break the barrier, at least for a short time. I know I haven't been in contact since the experiment, and for that you have my apologies, but we're so close. Once I'm outside, I'll do everything in my power to liberate the village. I hope you understand why my contact has been thin. One more thing, if I don't make it through, I want you to know you are very dear to me, and my love for you will never die. I've asked Garadil to take care of everyone in the village, in the event I don't return. And I'm sure he will. Remember that you are always on my mind. May the gods protect you, my love. Gandohar, you've hurt me beyond words. I deserve more than just a short note. So you want a clean break? Fine, you've got it. Actually, no, I can't justify that. You've damaged my heart in ways I can't begin to describe, and still I pray to the gods that they'll hasten your return to me. Please. What we had deserves so much more than this. N. How many more journals did I just pick up? Just these. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Hordes of the undead wandering the swamps, called up from their graves or from beneath the mire by some curse or black magic. My heart races when their shadows appear through the fog, and fear has taken on a new meaning. I now know just what degree of horror must have clutched the hearts to those in Tyr Khalit. May they rest in peace. That explosion that killed them, we caused it. How could I have been so stupid? I should have known the dangers of such an experiment. How could I believe it would be safe, that no one would get hurt? How could I let this happen? And now, most who survived have fled to Tyr Gial and met their fate there. The majority of them bore wounds too severe to survive longer than a few days. What a fool I was to be talked into this. I knew something was amiss, and even still I allowed the experiment to commence. How did I believe him? And now, all I can do is try to pick up the pieces. Every day there are casualties in Tyr Gial from attacks by the reanimated. Unless they do something to protect themselves, this massacre will never cease until all is lost. I must do whatever it takes to help them survive. I failed them once, never again. Years have passed since this darkness encroached on our land. No one knows what brought the dead back to life. It's a joke to even call it that, but all I've been able to do since it happened has been to fight to keep those ravening beasts away from our village. I couldn't save everyone. Many have died just attempting to cross the swamps, and the search parties for those who were lost trying to escape or simply wandered off, countless more dead. Thank the gods Aiden was able to survive. Without him, well, I dare not imagine it. Protecting him with my powers is one of the only ways I can ensure their survival. I knew he wouldn't use his protection to try to run. He doesn't have it in his heart to leave them. How many years, I wonder, how many days? I've lost all sense of time. Even in sleep I'm giving to protecting that village. Those hateful people, but without me they'd surely die. I can't have that on my conscience, nor lose the few left who I love. Maybe keeping this journal will help me stave off the madness lingering in the back of my mind. Even writing about it seems to threaten that it will soon break free and destroy me. It's only a matter of time. Oh boy. Okay, that took a while reading all that out. Did I miss even a single one? Doesn't appear so. But you never know, do you? Well, Gandohar seems like a nice guy. It's been 29 minutes. No, I cannot possibly continue. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I will see you in the next episode as well. Until next time, bye-bye.